Note to self, don't shit in your pockets, shit in the toilet. Hello and welcome to What Pissed You Off This Week.
I'm your host, Lele. The Better Call Saul.
Can you repeat that?
I'm your host, Lele. Better Call Saul. Raukola. And I'm joined here today by Torgeir Ryssevik. Say hello, Torgeir.
Hello, B?
Bitch.
The B stands for bitch?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Better Call Saul. That is... Great job.
Thank you.
Would you let the listener in on why am I Better Call Saul?
Oh, well, first of all, you're small, so people better call you that. And second of all, you have been thirsting so hard on Bob Odenkirk, specifically Bob Odenkirk as Saul Goodman. Yes.
And specifically as that character.
Yes.
And what is the reason that I keep giving for why he is so hot?
Because he's so mean. Yes. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Mean, funny man, make heart go brrr.
Yes, that's the one.
He is so hot.
He's a reasonably attractive man.
Also, you're not American.
You want me to be American?
Yes, I'm cosplaying a Norwegian person today because the best person in the world, your girlfriend, gave me this. And I'm so excited about this.
Hell yeah.
Because I've wanted one of these, and I even got matching socks. Also, you didn't join me on saying Selena is the best person in the world.
Oh, she is? Yeah.
She is.
She is the best.
But yeah, and you are cosplaying...
American.
Yes, doing countries of the world.
Yeah.
What pissed you off this week?
And I got this hat from a Saudi Arabian dude.
You did?
Yeah. Who's also half Palestinian. Yes, so can you tell us your nickname that you have given to our friend Bob Odenkirk?
Babe Odenkirk.
Babe Odenkirk.
You called him Blob Odenkirk.
Blob Odenkirk. Yeah.
Babe Odenkirk. Because he is just very attractive. Thing is, for years, Gia, this goes out to you.
The car?
No, my best friend growing up, Gia with 2 E's, or I's for you English speakers. She was my best friend growing up, and through the years, one thing has stayed the same. Everything else changes. We grow up, world goes fucked, and everything. One thing still stands true.
Yeah.
I have a terrible taste in men. I love really unattractive people.
My head is just stuck on you know your friend Kia.
Yes.
When she was 10 years old, she asked her mom, "Hey, can I get a phone?" And her mom said, "No, Kia."
But yeah, I've always seemed to gravitate towards middle-aged white men who are almost always either really funny or really mean. But more about that later. So what has pissed you off this week?
Yeah, so what has pissed me off this week is that we have this food truck in town that sells the best fish and chips ever.
They are so good.
It's so fucking good.
The sauce is also really good with the dip.
Remoulade sauce. Remoulade. So fucking good. And I have gone there to get fish and chips every week that he's been here.
And usually multiple times.
Yeah. But for the past 2 weeks, I haven't gone to the fish and chips. There are 2 reasons for this. I will get to that later. But my main thing is I'm scared that the guy thinks that I don't like his fish and chips anymore. The reasons that I haven't been there for the past 2 weeks is, first of all, 2 weeks ago, I was so hungover. First of all, we were having a songwriting camp.
Yeah.
But the one day that I could get it, I was so hungover.
After we had woken up in this studio.
Yes, that I had my girlfriend go get me fish and chips. So, yeah, I got my fish and chips, but the fish guy doesn't know that.
Yeah, he just thinks you never showed up.
Yeah. Because he hasn't seen me with my girlfriend. So, therefore, he doesn't know that I was getting fish and chips. And yeah, this past week, I was just broke. I couldn't get fish and chips. I had to get bread instead. You know what I mean? And then on my way from the store, I see the fish and chips guy in the fish and chips place. And I'm like, yo, keep walking because I can't buy fish and chips. And I see him say, hey, and then start to get up because he thinks I'm getting fish and chips. And then he sees me just keep walking.
Oh, that breaks my heart. 'cause
Yeah.
you always get kind of special treatment from the guy and stuff. Like,
Yeah, he's giving me like extra pieces of fish and shit.
yeah, because like this man has single-handedly been keeping that business alive.
Yeah, I hope he comes back this week.
Yeah,
right?
I saw him when I came back from Finland.
You saw the guy?
Yeah, or, like the truck was there.
But yeah, that was from last week. But
Right. Do you think he comes back this week?
hopefully,
What if he never comes back anymore?
if he never comes back, I will be so disappointed.
Yeah.
We need to tag the
Yeah,
the
we have to
fucking-
put it in a Facebook group.
Yeah.
But yeah, if the fish guy comes back this week, we have to go there.
Yeah.
You have to say to him, like, hey, I didn't suddenly hate your fish for 2 weeks. I was just
Yeah.
unable to purchase it.
I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
so much fish.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Right. But do you want to tell us what pissed you off this week?
Yes, I do. And thing is, the scariest thing about what pissed me off this week is that I could be doing it right now. I don't know. Because what pissed me off this week is the fucking shit streak I had on my cheek last episode. What the fuck? My bronzer looked so fucking bad. What the fuck? It looked like I had smeared literal poo-poo, caca on my cheek. It looked bad. I said to him, like, why didn't you say anything? Why would you say that I look like I have a brown streak going down my fucking cheek? Because the thing is, like, the light in the bathroom where I do my makeup is so different.
Yeah.
So I can't see what it looks like in this light. And then apparently it looked like that. I fucking hope it doesn't look bad. Good Christ. It looked bad. That pissed me off. I know for a fact I'm not the first one to have noticed this, like,
Yeah.
in their lives. And there have been moments in my journey with makeup where I've been like, wow,
Wow.
that's a choice.
Yeah.
And a half. This one wasn't an intentional one. So I would like to formally apologize to everyone who saw last episode. Good Christ. Now, Torgeir,
Yes.
I would like to introduce you to a new segment
Yes.
that I have prepared for you to enjoy.
Oi, I'm excited.
A couple of months, probably at this point ago, Torgeir made a game for me. Who made that sound?
Who made that sound?
And I famously hate it.
We're gonna play that game
We
again.
can play the game again, but today's game is based on a little PowerPoint that I made called Lele's Middle-Aged Male Celebrity Crushes and Why I Think They're Hot. And it gets progressively worse. And how this game goes is I'm going to give you a couple of hints as to who is this middle-aged male celebrity. And then we're going to briefly talk about him. You're going to give me like a rating from like 1 of being like, Leeni, no. To, you know what? Slay.
All right.
Okay. First middle-aged man of the game. Can you guess who this is from these clues? I can fix him. But daddy, I love him. And I am gnawing at the bars of my enclosure. Who is this man?
That is Jade.
Is Jade. That one you actually knew because
Yeah.
I gave him a little piece of this.
You gave me only the.
I literally only haha, I have sentences like, I'm gnawing at the bars of my enclosure. And you were immediately, is that Jade?
Yes.
And I was actually kind of shook at like, how did you know? You were just, I know you pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jade.
Very pretty eyes. He's also mean man funny. I like.
Hell yeah.
Because, well, thing is, I just love it when characters are mean, but in a really funny way, or just funny in a really mean way. I like it. How appropriate to inappropriate would you keep this crush? Like, it's like, dude.
Was it a scale from 1 to 10?
1 was the Lele, no, and 10 is slay.
I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, so like this is an understandable crush to have.
Yeah, no, he is definitely an attractive man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so like this is an appropriate crush.
yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. Next middle-aged celebrity, what I have written, I love nerds. This man is a nerd, very funny, and I have talked about him many a times. He was on SNL.
Yeah, I know who it is. It's Bill Hader.
Ding, 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 ding. It is Bill Hader.
You keep dropping too many hints.
I love this middle-aged white man
Yeah?
because he's incredibly funny.
Yeah.
Like, thing is, I've noticed in general, in my taste in people in general, this is, by the way, my male celebrity crushes. There are even more if I include both genders. But I love funny people in general. If you're funny, I will immediately be attracted to you, you know? How would you rate this crush on from Lele No to Slay?
Like, he doesn't look shit, but he's not like Jade hot. You know
What do you mean? He's hot.
Reasonably attractive.
How would you rate it?
6.
6? He's at least an 8. Jade was 8.
5. 6.
Next, middle-aged white man on my list is my favorite late night host.
This is the tall ginger one. What's his name? Conan O'Brien.
No.
He is your favorite
He's
late
not
night.
my favorite late night host.
Yeah, he
no,
is.
No, he's not. He's my second favorite.
What was it? Seth Meyers?
Yes, Seth Meyers.
Hell yeah.
This man is also funny and has very pretty hands. Has always been very respectful and nice.
Can we go back to the hands?
Why?
Tell me about his hands.
They're very long fingers.
Very long fingers?
Yes. And this...
Are we that kind of podcast now?
This bone on his hand, very pretty.
What?
That bone is very pretty. Looks nice.
You have pictures?
I can show you.
What the fuck are we doing?
He has very pretty hands. But yeah, how inappropriate would you rate my crush of Seth Meyers?
7?
7? So more appropriate than Bill Hader,
Yes.
but less appropriate than Jade.
This guy's less tall and skinny.
That is very, very true. Are you ready to go on to the next one?
Yes, I am.
Also, I forgot. Some of these have embarrassing facts about my relationship to this celebrity.
Hell yeah.
On Seth Meyers, I have written down, I used to routinely have my nightly falling asleep fantasizing sessions about this man. Still do. Moving on. Next man is described with, he is such an asshole. I love him. And has beautiful eyes.
Could this be the one and only Saul Goodman?
No, not him yet. Who is...
Such an asshole, I love him, was it? And beautiful eyes.
Yes, has a limp.
Oh, yeah. It's Dr. Cabin. No. House.
Yes, Hugh Laurie as Gregory House.
Dr. Apartment.
No. I'm not as fucked up about,
Yeah.
He's just like, honestly, when I say I love him, it's like, oh, fuck, he's a fucking funny character. But he's also a very pretty man. But I'm much more normal about him than I am about many other celebrities. Because in my head, he is in love with Wilson.
Yeah.
Next one is, I have described this man to you as the lack of any toxic masculinity is very attractive to me. And he always makes himself the butt of every joke.
That's Conan.
This is Conan O'Brien.
Yes.
He also looks exactly like our president.
Yay!
Tarja Halonen.
Yes, I've seen the clips.
But yeah, like he, again, funny and tall. But he is a master in physical comedy.
Yeah,
and
because he's long and lanky.
Yeah, but like, especially with this guy, what I've always loved about also his like interviewing style and when he has guests is that if he sees that the guest is kind of reserved and shy, he will make himself look like an idiot and like kind of make the crowd laugh at him to relax the viewer, or not the viewer, the interviewee. And like, it's like it's really cool to watch him interview people because he is very good at bringing people out of their shell. And he is actually very nice about it. He's not like fucking Fallon who was like fake laughing the whole interview. He's just
fuck that.
I hate Fallon, but I love Conan O'Brien. Oh fuck, I haven't asked you to rate these. Gregory House? How would you rate him?
6.
6? I can understand. Conan O'Brien, how inappropriate is this as a crush?
I don't know. As a crush? I'll give him a 7.
7, yeah. He was very pretty in the 90s.
Might be.
Very, very pretty. Next one is, I can fix him. Funny, mean man, make hard go brrr. I like mediocre, middle-aged white men that are kind of mean, but really, really funny.
Could this be Saul Goodman?
But Daddy, I love him. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Bob Odenkirk as Saul Goodman.
Yes.
I have written down, we are nearing fanfiction territory with this guy.
You haven't even finished Breaking Bad. And you haven't even started on Better Call Saul.
Doesn't matter. But Daddy, I love him.
Yeah, what I mean is you're already...
Nearing fanfiction territory?
Yeah. How is this going to go is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm like, because I have a very like active imagination. I'm actually very surprised that I haven't dreamed of him yet. Because I usually, if I watch like 2 TikToks of some person, like Victoria Pedretti was immediately in my dreams. I love her. But like, if I like,
as the bent neck lady?
No. Now she's probably gonna be. Stop that. But like, the second I get like hyper fixated on a celebrity,
Yeah.
they get into my dreams. Like, and not necessarily in like a sexual way, but I
Like
just
Bob
like Bob Odenkirk. I just steal his car. Bob Odenkirk.
Did you call him Bob?
Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk?
Bob. How do you pronounce Bob? Bob Odenkirk.
You said Bob.
Well, Babe Odenkirk.
Babe Odenkirk?
Babe Odenkirk as Saul Goodman. He's so fucking attractive. He's so hot.
I rate him 5.
No, what do you mean? It's at least a 9. 6 on a good day.
He's funny.
He's so funny. Right, moving on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I am ashamed of this one personally. Another case of, but daddy, I love him. I have to give you some context. He was in a TV show in the early 2000s that was very popular. Very recently, like 5 years ago, got a very random additional season to it.
Was this the guy that I accidentally saw?
Yes.
No idea who that is.
No idea who this is.
No fucking clue.
This is Robert Knepper as Theodore Backwell in the TV show Prison Break.
I've heard the title of the TV show. Couldn't tell you any of those names.
He plays a convicted felon who's done very questionable things, none of which I can mention or will get demonetized.
Worse or better than Walter White in Better Call?
Significantly worse.
In Breaking Bad.
Significantly worse.
Significantly worse?
Horrible person.
Yeah.
I just thought he was hot. The actor, not the character.
1.
What? And the confession I have written down is, I have read too many fanfics about this man, none of which I will admit to reading if I am asked by name. It was 4, did you say?
No, I gave him a 1.
Oh. Next one is named after a city in Norway.
Named after a city in Norway? Who the fuck is named after a city?
Who could it be? There's literally only one person this could possibly be.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Could it be Gausdal?
Yes. Lars Mjøen as Gausdal in
Yes.
Brødrene Dal. The only reason is he has a nice accent. And he's tall.
He has. Haven't we talked about this?
I think we
on the
have.
podcast? He has the most boring Norwegian accent you can think of.
But it sounds so pleasant. It's so nice to listen to.
Boring.
And he has remarked on this that every time we watch a show in Norwegian, I always say, that person has such a nice dialect, about the most stereotypical central Oslo dialect
Yes.
that has absolutely no flavor to it whatsoever.
No.
Always my favorite.
Yeah.
How would you rate Gausdal? It's not even Lars Mjøen, it's just Gausdal.
If it was Lars Mjøen, I would give it a 4, but I'll give him a 5 since it's Gausdal.
Nice.
If it was Bloomin', it would have been a 10.
The last one, I think you will be the most disappointed by. She's gonna say, I'm sensing a theme, is one of my hints for you. And I have told you who this is about. It's a fictional character. And every time I saw him on the screen, last time when I was watching this product, I would sing, come on, fuck me, emo boy. Come on, fuck me, emo boy.
Did I watch this with you?
No, I've told you that the last time I watched this media product that this character was in, every time he was on screen, I would start singing that.
Have I watched this media product?
You have plenty of times.
Is it a movie?
He is in a movie.
The character.
Yes,
But he's also in a series?
in another movie.
He's in several movies.
He's in several movies.
Is it The Matrix?
No.
Is it Draco Malfoy?
No, but you're getting closer.
Is it in that universe?
Yes.
Is it young Voldemort?
No.
Is it Dumbledore?
No.
He's not emo.
No.
It's Snape, isn't it?
Of course it is. Alan Rickman is Severus Snape.
Hell yeah.
He is so fucking hot. Like, ridiculously hot. Why did they make him like that? But like, he seems so mean that
Yeah.
I want to see what he would be like when he isn't mean.
Yeah.
You know? And can he not be mean? And also, the embarrassing confession here is that there was a Snape AI ASMR trend on TikTok a while ago, and I was a huge consumer of said trend.
Yes.
Have you seen all the Snape AI photos?
I've seen plenty, but like, which ones are you referring to?
You know the ones.
Yeah, then no.
Okay.
But yeah, what is your take on the new casting of Snape?
I find it weird.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like... Oh, sorry, can you rate my crush on Snape?
6.
6.
Yes.
But yeah, on the casting of Snape, I find it an odd choice. to make that character black. I feel like it was done because he's a very significant character to the story. So it was thought to like diversify one of the main roles in the series. But I find it an odd choice because now Harry's dad will just look like a mega racist.
Yeah, because he was just bullying that kid for no other reason than
to bully him.
No, he says it in the book as well. It's just that he exists.
Yeah, so now he looks like
what he says when he's asked why he bullies him.
Like,
and also in the books, it said that the second Harry sees him, he knows that there is something iffy about this guy. He immediately looks at the one black teacher and he's like, he's up to something.
Why make that character black?
Yeah.
Like, they could have made McGonagall black and that would have been slay.
Yeah, that wouldn't have mattered at all.
Yeah. Because, like, I feel like Snape is the one character where his looks have some significance.
Yeah, he has a very detailed description.
Yeah,
in the
he
books.
is described as white.
And it's always consistent. It's like pale, sallow skin, a long hooked nose, and long, greasy black hair.
Yeah.
Which, apart from black hair, none of those apply. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, he's described as not very handsome looking at all.
Yeah. The actor is very handsome.
He is super handsome. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you mean this isn't handsome?
Yeah, he is also pretty fucking handsome. But you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, like, you're casting
he has more
the black
of that,
guy
like,
as the one who's canonically ugly.
Yeah.
And canonically bullied for existing and canonically has something wrong with him.
And like all the fucking puns about dark magic that are gonna be made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I feel like that was a very odd casting choice. Or Dumbledore would have made more sense as black.
I saw very early in the like announcements of the series, there was a rumor going around for a black casting of Dumbledore.
Yeah. How did people take that?
Mixed feelings, of course, with me as well. With main reason being that Albus, the name, means white.
Right.
Because he is the white wizard. And that description has a silhouette to it, which fits Dumbledore, and it also fits like Gandalf. You know what I mean? They have the same silhouette.
Yeah.
They are the white wizard type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I understand.
And like, it's a very classic character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That exists in.
Then I stand by thinking that McGonagall would have been the perfect casting for this. Like,
she could very easily be black, and
yeah, because like
nobody would bat an eye.
Because like, I hope I don't sound awful here, but like, this is clearly done as an effort to diversify the cast and just to make one character another race for kind of for the sake of it.
And they have done Black Hermione as well on Broadway.
Yeah, and that worked fine.
Yeah,
but like, Hermione also is described specifically as white in the books.
Yeah, but that's more in passing. It's described that she is pale when she is very shocked, for example.
Right.
But like, yeah, it's not in her like introduction as a character, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I usually in general hate it when like characters are race swapped just kind of for the sake of it. Because I feel like, wouldn't it be nicer to instead, like, obviously in this universe you can't really do because they're being very faithful to the books. But I mean, like, wouldn't it be nicer to make actual stories for those characters and tell genuine stories about like Samoan kids or like African American kids, like, because like Southern folklore in the US, for example, is super cool. But I guess we have to also check our own privilege here. Like, because we have always have representation of people who look like us. So, I mean, obviously, it's fucking great that we have more of these, like, big roles for black actors and stuff.
Yeah.
I just find this particular character to be an interesting choice.
Yeah, like, the character description doesn't fit.
Speaking of fucking interesting choice, did you see the Beatles movie casting?
Yes, I saw it. But I was going to finish that sentence because the whole point with this series was that they were going to make it faithful to the books.
Yeah.
And like, before we see anything from the series, we have American Dumbledore, as opposed to the movies, which had one American actor.
Who?
It was Vern Troyer, who was dubbed by a British actor.
Wait, what?
Warwick Davis. Yeah. He was dubbed. He doesn't speak in the movies.
Who?
Vern Troyer.
Who's that?
That's a little guy.
In the first movie?
Yeah.
Huh.
The guy who comes in, with the lamp and like opens the doors in the
Really?
Gringotts. that's Vern Troyer, but he's voiced by Warwick Davis. And then in the last movie, that same character is played by Warwick Davis. But yeah, anyways, we have, before we see anything from the series, we have American Dumbledore, we have Black Snape, and I don't know, some other actors. But yeah.
Like, I guess it's great, but like it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like what I was gonna say, speaking of interesting choices, like the Beatles movie, like kind of goes into like the casting was awful.
Yeah.
They don't have a single
look like them.
Scouse actor.
Yeah.
Because that's like kind of like the same thing. I said, like, this is taking place in England and it's like a major plot point. So it's gonna be stupid if there's suddenly Americans there.
Yeah.
And like the Beatles movie, they cast, yeah, they're British, two are Irish, but like, why aren't you having Scouse actors? The Beatles is very famously, very passionately from Liverpool.
Yeah, that's their whole thing.
You're casting people, not a single one of them is from Liverpool. And are they going to be doing like a horrible Scouse accent for
that's
it?
That's a like very particular accent.
Yeah,
as well.
and like if you
can't get that shit wrong.
Yeah, if you try to put on a Scouse accent, it's going to sound like you're putting on a Scouse accent.
And not only is it a Scouse accent, it's a Scouse accent from the 50s, 60s.
Of people who are very well known and who have a very particular way of speaking. It's not...
But also people who didn't grow up with money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Grew up poor, but then gained fame. It's... their social act would be very specific.
Yeah, and because it's not just a young guy who grew up in the 50s and who didn't have a lot of money. It's the guy who... Like, as if someone was acting you. It's not just a guy from Bergen.
I have a very specific speaking pattern.
Yeah, and it's not just a guy from Bergen. It's you, Torgeir Ryssevik, a guy from Bergen. So, like, if somebody tried to play you, like, it would be... Because, like, immediately, if they just speak Bergen, like, people would be like, that's not how he speaks, though.
But, like, that would go for any character, though.
Yeah.
But still...
But when you're playing a real person... Because, like, if you were just a Bergensk man, you know? Then, okay, well, if they speak any accent from there, it's fine.
But then don't get some guy from Stavanger who's doing the best he can.
Yeah, exactly. Get a guy from Bergen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this kind of stuff just enrages me, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, why?
Stupid.
Yeah, and I also hate that, like, the characters... I do like that, like, castings for the Harry Potter thing, like, are a little bit less known.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're casting the Beatles and you make it, like, 3 people who are insanely known and in everything right now.
Yeah.
One of them I didn't know from beforehand, but,
they
like...
should be, like, unknown actors.
Up-and-coming actors from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Not fucking A-listers. One of them is dating Doja Cat.
And, like especially with, like, the Harry Potter movies and shit, or, like, the series, like, get people... Because now you're building a franchise and you want to put a face to characters. Don't get a face that people already associate with something else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a great point.
And like, don't make Paul McCartney some guy who also plays a bunch of other characters you're very familiar with. You know what I mean? Because then you're just going to see, I don't know, that other character playing the bass.
Yeah.
Was I speaking for long or?
So sorry. I'm very sorry, no. You're completely right. I yawned for those who are listening. No, I'm very sorry. But yeah, you're right, like, because one of them played Eddie in Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
And he was, like, a very famous character and, like,
you
know, got his kind of big break there. Where you're casting someone from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Nothing against the actor, and, like...
Yeah, but, like...
And one of the guys, the guy that cheated on Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina, not Sabrina. So my most normal crush was Jade.
Yeah.
Who I'm also not very normal about.
Yeah, no, you're very... very weird about your...
To the point when we were watching From, and I didn't say anything about Jade when he came on screen, both you and Selena said, "You really? You're not going to say anything?"
Yeah, every time he was on screen, before that, you would say, "Oh, Jade!"
Yeah, and then, like, because I was like, okay, I think I'm getting annoying now, and I was just quiet. And then, like, after the scene was over, like, they both were, really? Nothing? You didn't say anything about Jade?
Yeah, we were surprised, genuinely.
Yeah. And then I got, like, the permission. I started being very weird about him again.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, this has once again been an episode of What Pissed You Off This Week.
Hell yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, which really, please rate and review the show. It helps us a lot. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at What Pissed You Off Pod and What Pissed You Off Podcast. And send us in What Pissed You Off This Week.
Hell yeah.
Who are we saying bye to this week?
You.
Who?
That guy.
What guy? There's two.
We can say bye to both.
No, only one.
Okay, then guy over there in the like brown suit.
Is this Saul Goodman?
Yeah.
Hey, bye.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.